Good morning, second grade math students, and how are you doing today? It's good to be with you, and today we are continuing with three-digit subtraction. We are on the second lesson of Unit 11, so it's 11-2, and it's page 477 in your workbook, and I have copied the I can statement here, and I will read it to you, and you could read it with me, or you can read along in your book on page 477. Ready? I can use an open number line to add up to subtract three-digit numbers. Okay, I can use an open number line to add up to subtract three-digit numbers. Okay, once again, we're on 11-2, and it's page 477. Right, so some of the vocabulary we're going to need to know is the open number line, and we will be doing increasing number lines because they're teaching you to add up to subtract. And so count up and add up are the same, and also count on. Sometimes they say that. Count back is when you subtract. And then change unknown. I'm bringing this vocabulary back, reminding you about the change unknown, because when you are changing a subtraction problem to make it an addition problem, you are making it a change unknown problem. And I want you to think about the parts in total. And let me remind you with the diagram. And the parts in total are also connected to the number bond, and number bonds look like this. They fit into these models. Okay, you can also think about the fact families, the four equations that go with every problem. Okay, so change unknown. I'm going to show you how to change a subtraction equation or a subtraction problem and make it a change unknown problem. And then you can add up. All right, let's go ahead and get started. And we are going to work on the solve and share, and I'm going to read it to you, and you can read along in your book. There are 24 girls and some boys in a parade. There are 471 children in the parade. How many boys are in the parade? Okay, and they're going to ask you, they're asking you to use an open number line to solve the problem. Show your work. Okay, so you're going to need your whiteboard, and you're going to need a marker in your workbook. And we're going to go ahead and circle the important words in your workbook. I mean, the important numbers, which is what they're telling you, the information they're telling you. So there are 224 girls, and then there's some boys, and then the total number of children is 471. Okay, so these are your important numbers of this story problem. Okay, and this is how you make it a change unknown. Okay, and this is the part that you do not know, and that is the number of boys. So the subtraction problem looks like this. 471 minus 224 is going to equal how many boys there are. Okay, that's your subtraction problem. Okay, but we're changing it and turning it around to become an addition problem. And it's going to look like this. 224 girls. Okay, and there's your increasing open number line. And we have the total. The total is 471. And that's your total. So we need to find out how many boys they are. So we're going to have 224 plus the change unknown, which is the number of boys, equals 471. Okay, let's go ahead and do it together. All right, so we're starting at 224, and I can already see that you're going to have to go up 200. So you can do that in 2 jumps. You can do 100. You got to do all your labels, and then we can do another 100. So we have 224, 324, 424. So we're going to write 424 here. Oops. 424. I wrote 442. I mixed those 10s and the 1s. And then 324 here. And then we're still not there yet. So we have to go up some 10s. Okay, so to 424, 434, 444, 454, 464, and then we're done. 464. Because if we go to 474, we'll go over the amount. So now let's add our 10s. 10, 20, 30, 40 tenths. And then we have to go up some 1s. So let's count. I know that up to 470 is going to be 6, because 6 plus 4 equals the next 10. And then I'm going to need to do one more to get to 471. So we're not done yet, because you have to go ahead and add those all up. So we count 100, 200, 10, 20, 30, 40, 6, 47. So 247 is how many boards they are, I think. I have to double check my work though. Okay? And I can double check it by putting it into here. So I got 247. So 4 plus 7 equals 11. Okay, and now I have another 10, and I'm going to put that 10 up there. And 4 plus 2 is 6 tenths, plus one more 10 is 7 tenths. Okay, and now I have 200 plus 200 equals 400. So check, my answer is correct. Okay, and you have to be really careful to make sure you're putting a 10 up there, because the 10 is what you're adding and not a 1. Okay, so you gotta make sure you're adding the 10 in when you're double checking your work, and that is called the standard algorithm, and you'll be learning that this summer, and you'll also be learning that more this year, but some of you might be ready for it now. Okay, so let's go ahead and try one more problem, and we can go right to the guided practice, and we can go ahead and do the one they're asking us to do. 573 minus 459. Okay, so erase. And remember, they want you to count up instead of doing it with subtraction. They want you to make it a change unknown. So if we have 573 minus 459, we can turn it around by putting it into the parts and total. And the total is 573, and one of the parts is 459. So we're looking for this part. Okay, so we're going to have 459 plus some amount equals 573. And this is your change unknown. So we switched it. We turned the subtraction problem into a change unknown addition problem. Okay, and then we're going to solve for this part. Okay, so we're going to start at 459, and we're going to count up until we get to 573. So we can't go up a whole 100, and you see how what you learned yesterday and what you learned about adding 10 and adding 100 helps you now? Because we would go, I mean, we can add a whole 100 because we wouldn't go over it. So we're going to go ahead and do 100 jump. And we can do that because we know that 59 is less than 73. So we're going to label it right here. We're at 559 because we just added 100. Okay, and so now we still have to get to 73. We can go up 110 and we get to 569. But we can't go up another 10 because that would put us at 579 and that would put us over. So here we're going to have to just go up ones. And we go up 1 to get to 570 and then 3 more. So 1 plus 3 is 4. So we add 4 more, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we end up at 573. So now we add them up. We have 100 and 10 and 14. Okay, and we're going to double check and see if it's right. We're going to do 570 plus 459. Is that going to equal 573? Let's see. 9 plus 4 is 13, so we put the 3 in the ones column and we bring a 10 up here. We have 5, 50, 60, 70, and we have 400 plus 100 is 500. And our answers are the same, so we got it correct. So remember, this is the standard algorithm. You're almost ready for that now at the end of 2nd grade. You'll be diving more into it in 3rd grade. Some of you might already be ready for it. But go ahead and practice your change unknown. You're counting up, unknown part, counting up using the number line. Okay, and always the 672 minus 547 and have someone at home check it, and then go on ahead and do the rest of the problems in lesson 11 too. And tomorrow I'll see you tomorrow, and tomorrow we're going to work on drawing models using the base 10 blocks. Okay, let's go ahead and read this one more time. I can use an open number line to add up to subtract 3-digit numbers. Okay, so you are turning your subtraction equations, your subtraction problems, into change unknown addition problems. Okay, have a good rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow.